having a wonderful day. And it's good to see y'all. I haven't seen y'all since Friday, so it's been a minute. But I'm so happy that we are continuing forth because we're at our 20th stream. Ah! So I'm super excited because we have been consistent, y'all. So shout out to everybody on the Crown Squad because y'all been killing it. Sorry, I am a little late today, y'all. It is my anniversary. But before I get into all of that, let me get into the intro. Hello and welcome to my channel, Queen Sierra Gaming. It's your girl, Sierra, and this piece with Puffs today. It gets loud here, so be ready. What's up, Crown Squad? Crowns up. Let the haters bow down. You already know. Let's go. I am so excited today because it is my wedding anniversary, and you guys can see it right behind my little my little camera angle. You see my picture, y'all. It's me a year ago in Hawaii where I got married. So I thought it would be really nice to kind of give you guys a little bit of the behind the scenes and backstory on my wedding, because I know everyone missed it because your girl was just MIA planning a wedding. Trying to get everything in order for that. So I just thought it would be nice to just take a little time, do another just chatting stream, because you know we're vibing, we're chilling. Our just chatting streams have been lit, by the way. You guys have been 10 out of 10. So like, shout out to everybody who continues to go through all the Crown Squad love and all the Crown Squad, not go through, but continues to come through with all the Crown Squad love, with all the Crown Squad vibes, and just continuing to share how great of a community we are, because now we're getting more and more people, and for always just being so supportive to me. I love every single one of you from the bottom of my heart. I'm hugging you today, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, seriously. Before we start, you know your girl needs your water. Did you got your water? You got your snacks? Because it's story time. It's story time. I will say, if you are enjoying the vibes, if you are loving what you're seeing from the Crown Squad Castle as we built this, well, technically it's the Royal Castle now, or the Queen Sierra Castle. But if you're loving what you're seeing from the Queen Sierra Castle, the Crown Squad Castle, we have many names here from the castle, regardless, and you're enjoying building it with me, feel free to like, subscribe, make sure that you follow, you comment. I want to hear from you guys. I love hearing what you guys have to say, what your thoughts are on some of my videos, or what you would have chosen when we're doing our would you rathers and all that stuff. And feel free to donate. All your donations go right back to you guys. So it's towards getting a PC, an actual camera, because I'm just using my laptop camera right now. Don't judge me, okay? Your girl is just, you know, we're 20 streams in, all right? It goes towards making sure we have more fun games to play. It goes towards the Discord. It goes towards making sure we have the best of the best here for the Crown Squad. And I got y'all, okay? But yeah, that's my quick spiel before I get into my anniversary, you guys. Today is my 1-year anniversary. And I thought it would be nice to pull up this picture that I posted on my socials. If you guys are not following me, make sure you follow me on my socials. Queen Sierra Gaming on Instagram. Queen Sierra GG on Twitter, TikTok. Queen Sierra Gaming on YouTube, Twitch. Like, you guys, go and follow. So that way you guys can keep in touch with me and everything that's going on outside of just streaming. I am a normal person. I tell you guys all the time, I'm a nobody. You guys make me feel like I'm somebody, and that's real, y'all. It's absolutely real. So getting into this, today it's my actual legit anniversary, so I'm not gonna be able to stay probably as long as I have been on the other time. I know I said it before, don't come for me. Hold on, let me explain, because before y'all be like, oh well, you said you weren't gonna stay long and it's been 2 hours. Listen, okay, we start vibing, and then that's when we just start yapping and having a good time. We have a good yap sesh here, okay? And you guys have been enjoying my yap streams, which I'm still surprised about. The just chatting streams have been lit, and I love y'all. But today is my actual anniversary. Like, we're celebrating it later this week, but today is my actual anniversary. So I'm thankful that I kind of had some time to debrief. It's been a very busy, long day. I have been all over the place, y'all. It's been a really great anniversary, don't get me wrong, but I just needed to take some time away from work, which I did. I couldn't do it today, y'all. Like, I had to take a debriefer. It's been a lot going on with work and all that stuff, y'all. But this is a positive stream, so all my streams are positive, but this is something positive. I'll talk to you guys more about, like, all the other stuff as far as work and just all those things. Today is about the anniversary. So today is my actual anniversary. Me and my husband have been married for 1 year, and literally this is how this went. So a lot of you guys, some of you guys that are new in the Crown Squad, you don't know a lot of this backstory. But when I started, I was streaming back in 2022. That's when I started streaming, and that's when I was with my now husband, but he was my boyfriend at the time. He was one of the people that suggested that I actually should try to stream because he would watch streamers all the time, and he's like, I think you'd be great at it. So he was the person that actually, on top of Nina, who you guys seen in the last stream, you seen her in chat. Besides her, he was one of the other people that encouraged me to stream. So because of him, my husband, who will not be named because he wants to be in the background. Y'all, I know y'all want the reveal. Listen, one day it may happen. You never know, but it's up to him. But because of my husband, I actually started streaming. So I've been streaming since 2022. But what happened is we had some life stuff happen. I lost my grandmother, which was really tough for me because you guys know that my great grandmother was my best friend. So that was tough. It took me a while to recover from that. Like, it's years later and I still have a hard time. I was just telling one of my other family members, like, I have not gone to her gravesite and it's been almost 3 years. It's still hard for me. It's been hard for me to like go back to the church that she would minister at and pastor at. Like, it's really hard still to this day, y'all. So that happened, and then right after that, good things continued to happen after that. After we got past that really tough time, my husband was like, my boyfriend at the time, but now husband, was like, you know what, let's just try to get back into the swing of things and let's live life, because that's what she would want us to do. Appreciate the life while we have it, right? So we traveled, we did all these things. We went to the 2023 DreamCon that next year. And then after that, I kind of vanished like Avatar: The Last Airbender. And you're like, girl, where you been at? Well, I got engaged and I was planning a wedding, and it was stressful. It was so stressful. Anybody that tells you planning a wedding is not stressful, they must have a wedding planner. And even with a wedding planner, unless they like fully played a wedding planner to plan everything, even so, it's still stressful, because even if somebody else plans it for you, you want it to be perfect because it's your day. So for the women, it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot that goes into it. So I would say definitely 100 out of 100 stress low for planning the wedding. But that's why I was gone. And two, I was like, after that, I just, you know how it is. Like, if you don't continue and stay in the swing of streaming constantly, you will fall in that pit of like, dang, I gotta stream, but I haven't streamed in so long. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. And then you're like 2 years later. Like, that is real. So that's what I was doing though. I wasn't just gone because like I didn't want to be here with you guys. I was planning my whole wedding. So how that happened is my husband proposed to me. My now husband proposed to me December of 2023 at a Christmas party. Christmas Eve party. So that's how I got engaged, fun fact. I was engaged then, and we decided we would get married the following year. Some people at that time especially were planning to do like their weddings 2 years after, 3 years after, because it was still that weird, like, we're not in COVID, but they still have some COVID regulations with weddings. And I said, no, I want to get married the next year because I don't want to wait. I'll tell you why I'm so happy I did that in a second. But literally, I was happy that I was like, you know what? Let's just get married in 2024. I want to marry you. I love you, right? All the good love, all the good positive vibes, right? So let's start our lives, as soon as we can. But give us enough time to plan for that. So that's what we did. So last year, I was planning the wedding, doing my, bachelorette party, getting all my bridesmaids, maid of honor together. Like, I had my, really close friends for all those roles. One of my friends was having a baby at the time. She was pregnant, and she still came out and was being a supportive bridesmaid, through the whole thing, which was awesome. So I have some amazing friends, and I'm very thankful and blessed that they were part of my life, especially at this milestone of a moment. You know what I mean? Like, you just will always remember those memories forever, because the people that were in them, they were the ones that made it so rich and so great. So yeah, so I was planning everything, getting the dress, all that stuff. I have pictures actually of me buying my dress, you guys, and trying on my dress. I probably will show you guys one of them from Love Bridal. I actually tagged Love Bridal on here. Shout out to Love Bridal out here in Arizona and Phoenix. But I got my dress from there. I was always a big fan of Kleinfeld. I always wanted to go there and go to New York and get a dress, but for some reason, something told me to go to Love Bridal, and it was meant for me to go there because I found my exact dress, which is the dress you see me wearing here. So yeah, so it was a lot of fun. Like everything was smooth. There was a lot of rocky parts to it, which was just the planning, because the biggest decision that was hard for me, like everything else was pretty smooth, but the biggest decision was hard for me and for my husband, was just, where are we gonna get married at? Arizona for me is just too dang hot. It is hot all the time. So it's like, when and where? Like, we know we want to get married in 2024. When? What month? What day? Because you got to pick some random day to get married. And then where? Where are you going to go to get married at? So that part was really hard. So we were thinking, I said, okay, do you want to go back to, where your family is? You want to go closer to where they are? And he was talking about the weather, and he was like, this and that. And I was like, okay, well, we don't have to do that. But I'm like, maybe I'll make it easier, because his family, they don't live here in Arizona. They're from somewhere else. They're from another state. They live in another state. So I was like, okay. Well, do you want to then just, I'm like, we can fly there, make it easier for them. I'm like, okay, well, if we do it here, we can save money here, but I mean, it's going to be kind of hot unless we want to wait till the winter months. And he was like, well, I mean, we can, but I don't want it to be too close to the holidays. I also said the same thing. So it was like a lot of back and forth. So I was like, well, if it's a weather thing, we can get out of state. We don't have to do it here in Arizona. Let's go get married somewhere else. We can go try California. So you guys, I looked at California. One, it is very expensive, but it's not expensive to where you're like, oh my God, nobody can afford that. It's expensive like that for everything. Anytime you're getting married, anybody that's not married yet and will be getting married one day, everything is expensive. It doesn't matter when you get married. It doesn't matter what time. It's all about, you can, do things to make it, more inexpensive, but it doesn't matter. Like, the fact that you're getting married, automatically just calculate in your head that the price is going to go up 20 grand, like 10, 20 grand easy, 30 grand easy, depending on where you're going, especially if it's destination. Now, if you're going somewhere, destination where it's not going to be too costly, when you get there, which is good, it's still going to be costly flying there, right? So like, just automatically off the rip think this is going to cost anywhere from 10 to 30 grand more than what it originally will cost if I stayed local. Just remember that. Side note. So I thought of it like, look, we can do California, but they have restrictions because I wanted to get married on a beach. They have restrictions on getting married on a beach. You can only have so many chairs on the beach. Just still post-COVID. You can't have too many people close. People are going to have to stand. Blah, blah, blah. So I was like, I don't know what else to do. Like, these are the only places I can really think of going, besides like really international, like a Jamaica or like, somewhere really big like that. And I told my husband one day, like, the only other place I can think of that doesn't require us to have a passport, but still have those tropical vibes is Hawaii. It's close. And he was like, that would be nice. I was like, but honey, like, it's expensive. Like, I looked at my husband and I said, it's so expensive. And I've been to Hawaii before because my grandparents, not my great grandmother, but my other grandparents, they actually got married in Hawaii and they go there often, right? So I was like, okay, like, it would be a beautiful place to go. But I'm like, y'all, it was me after going through all that stuff with my previous job. You guys remember that, like, getting laid off at my previous job, all of that, like, and then having this great new job where I work out now and then trying to get married. Like, it was a lot. So I'm like, I don't know how we're going to pay for this. Like, how are we going to do this? And that's when I always say, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. Because if it wasn't for God or Jesus, y'all, your girl would have been probably getting married in a trash bag, like, on the side of the road. Okay, I'm exaggerating. I'm exaggerating. But still, you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot that goes into it. It's a lot of decision-making that goes into it. You have to be decisive when you're planning a wedding. So when we looked into all the logistics of it, I was like, this is pricey. Like, these are some numbers I haven't even seen in probably like my lifetime. Like, I don't know if we can do this. And it's so crazy because one of the places that my grandparents stayed at after they got married in Hawaii, because they just eloped in Hawaii, which I thought was really cute. And one of the places they stayed at, I just happened to look at. I was like, oh, we stayed here before when I went with them, when they were doing their little celebration for, being married for so many years, I'm like, it'd be cool to kind of see what they have. And that same place that I stayed at, they literally built what you see me on right here. They built a deck. So it was like just a regular hotel. They had on, like, I think it's like the third story or something like that. There's literally like a space where you can go eat and have a restaurant, and they literally call it like the deck. So you have a little deck that you can go eat at, have some drinks, chill with your friends, and then you just leave, or your family, and you just kind of continue on and see Hawaii, right? Well, they built more on top of that, which I didn't know of. Like, that had just happened some months before, or something prior to where they had just finished it. When I was looking at the website, I was like, this wasn't here. And they literally built out another part of the deck. So this is like the deck. Here's the hotel. Here's the deck for that floor. I know y'all know y'all love my little example. Here's the deck, right, for that floor. And then that's it. It literally just think of it like it just kind of went in a circle. It had a pool. It had all that stuff. And then they just literally built a whole nother side. And that side was for weddings. And I said, shut up, no way. So I went on there, looked online, seen how much it was. I was like, it's not that expensive to get married here. Like, it's kind of like a flat fee, which is nice. And if you get married earlier in the day, you save more money. And they have buffet style, and they have this. I said, oh my God, we actually might be able to get married here. So I talked to my husband, we prayed on it, and then I called those people, and they told me what the prices are, and I was like, it was literally like this, y'all. Y'all know how random I am. It was literally like, I was sitting here, like, after I got off the phone with those people, I looked at my husband like this. I said, do you want to just go get married in Hawaii? And he looked at me, y'all, straight face, and he said, yeah, okay, let's do it. Like, it was that fast. And ever since that moment, we were getting married in Hawaii. So I think I made that decision in like September. We made that decision like September, October of 2023. And no, we made that decision. No, not 2023. We made it, I'm thinking wrong. We made that decision probably like January or February of 2024. And we're like, yep, we're going to get married in Hawaii. And that's what we did, y'all. So we like planned everything, made sure it was all just buttoned up for us to be ready to go. And then we're just like, yeah, we're really going to do this. So we got our dress. He got a suit. He went back home with his family and spent some time and got a suit. Like, it was kind of cool, like how it worked out, where you plan, you know what needs to be planned, but it comes out better than you expect it to. So there's so many memories of him with his friends and his family, now my family, but like taking those photos of them getting their suits and all this stuff, and then me with my friends, my family, getting my dress here. Like, it's just so cool. So we continued forth. I have pictures for my bachelorette party. Like, I didn't want too much from that either, y'all. I was like, look, I just want to go out one night of the weekend. I want an Airbnb, and I just want to chill. And I know at that time it was hard for everybody. Like, the hardest part about a destination wedding, when I told all my friends and family, was just pricing, right? Like, it's great and all, but people have to actually plan to go. Like, they have to plan to take off work. They have to plan to, buy the plane tickets, to buy the hotels, to buy all this stuff. And thankfully, this hotel was awesome because they'll give you a discounted price for a group. So like, if you're doing a wedding and you're getting married there, they'll give you discounted prices. And they were upgrading people. So it was really dope that shout out to them. They did such a great job. Like, I couldn't get married at any better place, honestly. So literally, I told everybody, we're getting married in Hawaii, this, that, and the other. And it was so hard for people because they're like, I don't think I can go because of, like, literally finances. Like, this is really tough. And me as a person, which you guys know, I'm not going to harp on you if you can't come to my wedding. I'm not one of those people like, wow, and, August of 2024, remember you didn't come to my wedding? Like, what kind of person are you? Like, especially after when my grandmother passed, my great-grandmother passed, I learned really quickly how valuable life is, right? And how short it is. Why am I going to get upset at you because you can't attend my wedding? Like, that's stupid. You can't attend for a valuable reason. Nobody's going to just come up to you and be like, nah, I can't make it. Like, I can't make it at all. I got plans to watch Squid Games later. Like, nobody's going to do that. You know what I mean? Unless they just don't like you. And in which case, I don't have people in my life that I'm going to invite to a wedding that don't like me or I don't like them. Like, that doesn't make any sense. So I'm thankful that for all the people that couldn't make it, that they let me know in advance, one, and two, that they understood because I really stressed to them, I'm not holding any ill will, any guilt, any frustration towards you, any hate towards you because you can't make it to my wedding. It's in Hawaii. Hawaii is expensive. Like, I get it. I get it, right? Like, and not only that, I know you want to be supportive, but you can be supportive in other ways. And that's what I told people. Like, you don't have to physically be there to be supportive. There's people that support you that aren't even, you don't see every day, and they support you all day long, right? I know you're agreeing. There's people in your life that you're like, oh my God, yes. I have people in my life that help me all the time, and I don't see them every day. Those are the real ones. So I told a lot of my family and friends that couldn't make it, like, don't worry about it, because forever I'm going to remember, which I still do. I remember verbatim which is crazy to me, all the conversations I had with people that told me they couldn't go, and how great I felt because they wanted to be there and they wanted to be so supportive. And I told them in that moment, you are supportive. You want to be there. You know what I mean? So I'm very thankful for that, for those relationships I have. And I still talk to all those people to this day. So that was the biggest factor, and that was really hard. So for the reason why I kind of told you all that backstory is because for my bachelorette party, it was hard even for my friends to be like, look, we're planning to take this trip to Hawaii for your wedding, to take a plane, to get a hotel, and you're trying to do this bachelorette trip. And that part was hard for me. Like, I really, like, my dream since I was literally like 14 like a little girl is to be like, I just want to go take a bachelorette party trip. Like, take a trip for a bachelorette party and just have a ball with my friends and do all these things. And I couldn't do it, and that part was so hard for me. And it's hard because my friends that I have, even, those same friends that went to the bachelorette party and all these things, and of course were in my wedding, only one of them is married. So none of them know what that feels like until they get married, right? They can't understand or fathom or truly understand, as much as they say they can, what it feels like to not be able to do some of the things you want to do because it's your day and it's your moment and it's what you waited for so long. Especially for me, a person that gives as a friend, like, I'll give you like the clothes on my back. That's the type of friend I am. So like, when I can't get something and I'm like, and it's about me in this moment, it's hard. So I was like, how can I still have my one moment, which is, rare, because I don't really like to be at the center of attention. I don't like doing all that. But like, I wanted to make something special for myself out of this, right? So how do I make sure I'm special in this moment, but also where my friends can participate and it's not hindering them because, we're going out of state to go get married. So I was just like, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'll just buy the Airbnb. And that's what I did. I just paid for the Airbnb for the weekend, and it was in like Scottsdale. I paid for it, and I was like, they're like, okay, well, how much do we owe you? I'm like, you guys don't owe me anything. I paid for my friends for the Airbnb, and I just said, show up and let's just have a good time. And that's what we did. So like, my sister was there with her friend. I had my other friends there. We went out to the club one day. Y'all know me. I'm like, look, I'm gonna go out one night to the club, and after that, I just want to watch movies, chill, relax, and just vibe. And it was a good time. Like, I had so much fun just talking, and I just remember sitting there being like, wow, look at my friends. Like, we're all just here enjoying, relaxing, vibing. And it was perfect because it took my mind off of the wedding. Like, the wedding was stressing me out so much, planning everything. Like, you gotta have the right light fixtures, napkins, everything. Like, silverware has to be done. Like, the tablecloths, like everything. Like, what is a centerpiece? Like, everything costs so much money. Like, everything you can think of. Like, nothing is free. Like, you think plates just come like regularly for your wedding, and they do, but it's just gonna be plain white, and it's not gonna match the colors if you want. Like, it's so much, y'all. Like, it's so much. And that's gonna be a whole separate stream. Like, if I told you how much goes into planning a wedding. So I was just happy that, and it was a month before I was getting married when I did the bachelorette party, by the way. A month? 2 months before I got married. I think it was in June. And I was like, you know what? I'm so thankful to God that I just have these amazing people in my life where I can just chill and enjoy myself. It may not have been perfect. Like, in my dream, I would have wanted to go travel to another state and just have a ball with my friends. I wasn't able to do that, but who's to say I'm not able to do that in the future, or we're not able to do that for one of their, wedding dreams, right? And I get to live that moment through them. Or who's to say it's just something that I'm able to do later, because the Crown Squad grows, and we're able to have more access to more fun events like TwitchCon or like DreamCon, where my friends can come along and we can travel and have a, you never know. You know what I mean? God works in mysterious ways. So I was happy to have what I had at that moment because it just took my mind off the wedding, so that way I could appreciate it. And I'm thankful for that. Shout out to my friends for that. So then after that, it was time for the bridal shower, which was a month before my wedding. Did the bridal shower, did all the fittings for the dress, all that stuff, and did the bridal shower. My mom, Mama Bear, y'all know Mama Bear, went above and beyond to rent this place out for my bridal shower. And she told me little bits and pieces. But like the theme was like, I still have the sign too of my bridal shower thing, which was like she's gotten scooped up or something like that. It was like an ice cream thing. You guys, it was so cute. I gotta see if I know I have pictures. I gotta find it. Literally, it was the cutest thing in the world. My mom is adorable. So all my friends were there. All my family members was there. One of my friends who lives literally on the other side of the country traveled, flew out here to come see me. It was amazing, and it was a lot of fun, and we got to play all the girly games. And it was funny because they were asking me like, because my husband's mom, my mother-in-law, was also in town, and she's like, how well do you know my son? And she asked all these questions, her and my mom, and I was nailing them, y'all. I'm like, I know your son. So it was such a great time. Again, memories from that. So then after that, I was like, okay, this is getting real. Like, it started sitting in, and I even started getting scared. Like, this is the person I'm gonna be with for the rest of my life. Like, am I sure I'm ready? Am I sure I'm this? Am I sure I'm that? And I asked myself those questions before we were even thinking about getting engaged. I wanted to make sure I was sure, because the worst thing for a man is who loves you, is for a man who wants to come and go through all of this process. It's a lot on the man's end too, to like propose, plan, especially if family's involved. You're getting all these different thoughts, you're getting all these different emotions, you're getting all these different opinions, and you want this to be the right way, you want it to be your way, but other people also want to be there. Like, it's overwhelming. So I wanted to make sure he knew, like, yes, like, if you propose to me right now, I'm gonna say yes. So that way, that was one thing off his plate, because there's nothing worse than you wanting to propose to somebody you don't know if they really want to be with you or not. Like, we've seen those. Like, I know you guys have seen those videos where you see people get proposed to and a girl say no, and that person, like, that dude just looks like his whole world is just broken apart. Like, I couldn't do that, right? So I always told him, let me make sure I'm sure first before we are really sure about going into being engaged. So I'm happy that I did that, because when these thoughts were coming back up, I kept saying, oh, well, yeah, I did this research within myself. I did this reflection. Yes, I want to marry him. Yes, this is a person for me. Yes, I love him. Yes, he's a good man to me, and I'm good to him. Like, all the steps, because marriage is not a game. It's not for show. It's not something that you just wave around. It's not for a ring. It's not for material stuff. It's not for a trip. Marriage is for life. For life. People forget that, especially in these generations. I don't know what y'all got going on, but listen, like I tell everybody, make sure y'all, whatever you believe in, whether it's the universe, Buddha, whatever, okay? But whatever you believe in, make sure you pray into it, and make sure you're talking to the universe in the most positive manner, because when it comes to you and who you're going to be with forever, you want to make sure it's the right person. And people will swear left and right, well, I know that this is the right person. I really hope that they'll do this, this, and that. And when it come down to it and you get married, it's not the same as far as whoever you chose, right? Because you didn't choose the right person. When you choose the right person, y'all, let me tell y'all, when you choose the right person, it never feels like work. I've been married for a year, which I know some people are like, oh my God, that's so short for marriage. But I've been with him for almost 4 years. And when I tell you guys, this is the easiest thing on the planet. Like, marriage is not hard. We make it hard. What makes marriage hard is all the outside things from marriage that you're not prepared for. Like family illnesses, let's say like a example would be like something happens where the house, God forbid, but like a house catches on fire or something, or like, you lose a pet, or like it's outside of stuff outside of your marriage, or you gotta watch, kids, or take care of, a family member, like all those things. Like even with my grandmother, like taking care of her for a while, all those things are outside of what happens in your marriage. That's where people break. because you chose this person, right? Who's supposed to be great, who you thought was fabulous, and their stuff don't stink and they're trash, and then you get married to that person who's trash, and then all these outside things start happening and you're wondering, well, why is everything trash? Well, because you chose trash. That's why. So that's something that I've learned. So people are like, wow, you're really happy and you're so in love and you really found your soulmate. Yes, because I made sure two things. I wasn't trash, because if I'm asking for something that's not trash, I also have to not be trash. So I made sure I wasn't trash, and I made sure to choose someone that also wasn't trash, okay? And I know it sounds silly to say trash, but it's the easiest way to explain it without it being really complex, because I feel like people today make things so hard, and it's not really that hard. People are like, well, it's not hard for you. Yeah, things were hard for me. It was really hard for me before I found the person of my dreams. I had to go through a lot. And I've dated some people that were trash. 100% trash, like for real. And I had to get through that. I had to go through verbal abuse. I had to go through all those things. It was tough, y'all. Like, it wasn't just night and day. So it was a process, but I'm thankful that I got out of that and I got to see how great life can be on the other side, because the person that I'm with, I wouldn't trade him for anything in the world. Not all the money in the world, nothing. You could be like, right now I'll give you 500 million. I'll be like, you can keep it. Because I know this person will choose me every day over that 500 million. That 500 million can blink and be gone. You can lose all that money like that. So him, priceless. And that's when I knew, oh my God, this is the person I want to marry. So all that is real, y'all. And y'all know I'll be sharing stuff, but I don't be sharing everything. But y'all got little sprinkles of some personal stuff in that. That's as far as I'm going to go. So that's when I knew, like, this is my person, because I know he would choose me any day of the week, still chooses me. Like, listen, y'all, I'll be having a bonnet on, be coming out. I'll be like, I'm sorry, honey, I gotta wash my face. He'd be like, you look beautiful. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, this is who I have in my life, and I'm very thankful. So when I tell you this wedding was a 10 out of 10, like 1,000 out of 10 perfect wedding, it was. Like, it was an amazing wedding to celebrate with him after all the time we've been together. And we were dating at the time 2 years when I got engaged, and we were 3 years while we were engaged and then got married. So we ended up choosing August because August was already our dating anniversary. So we're like, let's just choose a day within August to make it our wedding anniversary. And that's what we did. We were trying to do it the same day as our dating anniversary, but it didn't work out because our dating anniversary was during the week. So we chose the end of the week so that way we could be there. So we ended up getting married on a Sunday last year. Sundays are very auspicious days for us. One is we know, especially in the Black community, it's God's day, all of that. But also it's just like a blessed day to us because when we met, it was on a Sunday. Like our first date was on a Sunday. When we got engaged, it was on a Sunday. And when we got married, it was on a Sunday. I know, y'all. That's crazy, right? So Sundays are our days. We love Sundays. So we chose Sunday to get married, and it was beautiful. Like, we did a daytime. I call it like a brunch wedding because he loves breakfast and I love lunch. So we did a brunch wedding. That way it also saved us money because it wasn't a dinner. Like, they charge y'all arm and a leg. Listen, they charge an arm and a leg for dinner for weddings, y'all. So if you can go a little bit earlier, you can save thousands of dollars. And no cap, we saved thousands of dollars. So literally we did a brunch wedding, and we knew we wanted it to be early in the morning, have some cool stuff like mimosas, you know what I mean? Like good brunch stuff. And in Hawaii they have local mochas. I was like, y'all got local mochas? Can y'all put that on there on the menu? They're like, yes. We had a great DJ. We had a great hair and makeup stylist, photographer. We had everything, videographers. It was perfect. So everything was in place for this wedding, y'all. So all me and my husband did was, I said, you know what? Let's make the most of this. If we're gonna spend this money, which we spent money, y'all. We spent money. If we're gonna spend this money, let's make it worthwhile. So we decided to be in Hawaii for 2 weeks. So we were out there for 2.5, almost 2.5 weeks, y'all, in Hawaii. So we were literally there a couple of days before the wedding. So we got to hang out with our family, see all of our friends. It was so cool seeing everybody just doing their own thing in Hawaii, living their best life. We have this app that I used to send messages to everybody for the wedding, so they had updates. but people were able to post on there too. So we were looking. I'm like, this person's over here. Somebody's by this mountain. Somebody's doing this. Like people were just doing stuff every day, and it was fun. And we were running to each other, walking. We were walking everywhere. Like it was just so cool just to see everybody kind of just be free, like how we were feeling. Where we're like, man, it's just so much going on in life, and we just want to celebrate. You could tell our family and friends felt like that too. And a lot of them, it was their first time ever in Hawaii, including my husband. He had never been there. And he was like, oh my God. When we got there, he was like, I now see why you wanted to get married. I'm like, yes, honey. Like, do you see how great this place is? So it was beautiful. Like everything, like the water, the island vibes, just like the buildings, like the palm trees, like just the air. Like you could just tell it's a very blessed place. Like I'll always say that if you guys ever have a chance in your life to go to Hawaii, go to Hawaii. It does not feel like any place on planet Earth, and that's a fact. Like that land is so blessed. It's such a sacred land. You feel it when you step on the island. Like I'm not being exaggerated, or I'm not being funny. Like you feel it when you get there. There's no place like it on Earth, and that's why people talk about it so much. It's amazing. Highly recommend. But when we got there, we were having a ball, eating, hanging out with friends. We even found this like hidden bar like place where they were jamming and playing some island music. So me and my friends and my husband and his friends, we were all just jamming and having a good time together. Like it was a vibe. It was a good time. And I really liked, my favorite memory before we got married was a few days before that, and I even include that in this post right here where you see me, was that we saw a double rainbow before we got married, which was a good omen. One of the people that is local to the island there said, oh my God, this is a good omen. Didn't you say you're getting married this weekend? And we're like, yeah. They're like, this is a good omen. So we took a picture with it, because they're like, it's been raining this and that, and then you guys have seen a double rainbow. Like we see rainbows all the time here, because we're the state of like rainbows or something like that lady was saying. But she's like, a double rainbow, she's like, that's rare. So it was really cool. So it was like a good sign for us, like, yep, we're getting married, we're doing the right thing, and we're each other's person. So yeah, y'all, then came time to get ready to get married. I remember the night before, I was nervous as heck. I was so excited but nervous. I'm like, do I have everything? Do I this and that? I didn't have everything. Like I wish if I gone back, I would have made a photo list, because there are certain photos I wanted. I wish I would have made an announcement list, because there were certain announcements I wanted the DJ to make. Like as much as you think you got everything, you don't. You're never gonna have everything. That's why it's good if you can get a wedding planner. It's better because they keep track of all that stuff. But if you can't afford to have a wedding planner, just try to write down as much as you can days before of what you're gonna want. If you go blank like me and you can't think of what you're gonna want, Google what other women wish they would have done or had or remembered on their wedding day. It will save you time. It'll help. Or for men, what other men wish they would have had, remembered, said, whatever. So that way you can remember those things. But the night before, I was finishing writing my vows. I know I had all the time, but I was finishing writing my vows, and I just remember thinking, wow, like I'm looking outside, because we had such a beautiful view of like the ocean, and it was dark and you could still see. And I said, wow, I'm really gonna get married tomorrow. Like this is gonna be the best day of my life, like one of the best days of my life, And I feel excited. I feel so ready for it. Like it's gonna be amazing, and it was. So the next thing I woke up, was listening to some Bob Marley by myself in the room, and the hairstylist, makeup artist, all of those people came in, my bridesmaids came in, and I was getting ready, and it was just like a dream. Like literally, guys, it goes by so fast, you blink it and it's over. And just remember, like we had our first dance. Had the first dance with my dad, of course, had our first dance, my first dance with my husband. We had a last dance. We did some games at the wedding, which was fun. And there were some games we still didn't do. Like we didn't get a chance to do it. Like there was so much we wanted to do, and we only had so much time. Like if we could go back, I wish I could pay for like another hour or two for us to just dance and be able to vibe. Because I was late, y'all. Like I was late. My dress was like getting caught. Like my family was trying to pull my dress. Like the ladies in the room were trying to put the dress up. Like Mama Bear and his mother-in-law, or my mother-in-law, his mom were trying to pull the dress up and like the zipper, and it was getting caught. So like they tried their best to put it on, but we later found out it wasn't put on right. I had other hooks that they could have put it on, and they didn't see it. They just put it at the top. So I was having dress issues. Like the whole day, but to me it wasn't dress issues. It was just like the zipper kept coming down, but everybody's like, "Oh my god, her zipper's coming down on her dress," and I was just like, "I'm good. Like I'm living my best life." Like I wasn't even stressing at all about it. So that's why I'm like, I don't have any regrets for the dress. I don't have any regrets for what we ate, like what we did. I only thing I wish we had was more time. Isn't that crazy? Like just more time, because that's how beautiful the day was. Like it was perfect. Weather was perfect. We had a harpist, like who played Kingdom Hearts. I told you guys about that. And I walked down the aisle to Dear Beloved, which was from like the key intro from Kingdom Hearts, which was lit. My husband walked down the aisle to Donkey Kong Aquatic Sounds or something like that, which is also another big hit from a soundtrack in the video game. So that's what we ended up doing, and it was a great time. So when I tell you guys, like, that's the only regret I had is I wish I had more time to dance with my family, because we danced and we threw down. Like, and all of the vendors were like, "This is the best wedding we've ever been to." Like, your family is like amazing. Like both sides of your family. I'm like, yeah, we like to have fun and party and enjoy lives. That's just us. Life's too short. So when you tell us we're gonna dance, we're gonna dance. Okay, and we did. So I just wish we had more time. But this picture specifically, and I'll end it here by saying, like, I will never forget this photo. I was so happy that the vendors called me out to say, "Hey, we want to get a picture with you," because I always forget. I'm the one that takes pictures of everybody and forgets to take pictures of myself. And I'll never forget, I came out on this deck that they built. I told y'all they built the deck, and I didn't know that they had built this until, a month before, I found out about it, and I decided to get married there. We decided to get married there. I'm out on that deck, right? I'm out on that deck. So we're on literally the deck where you can go eat, get beverages and all this stuff, and then this other side where you get married. So I'm out there. You see the actual mountain. The mountain behind me is called Diamond Head. So you see Diamond Head, and you see all the beautiful plants and everything, and then it's just me, and I'll never forget saying, like, wow, I'm a married woman, and I love it. I love it here. I love this feeling. I feel like a princess. I feel like a queen. Literally, I told myself, I don't even feel like a princess. I feel like a queen. I was telling myself in my head, like, I feel like a queen, and I feel like this is the most magical day in the world. It feels like a dream. And to this day now, even saying it to you into this stream, like this, me telling you this story doesn't feel real. I feel like I'm telling somebody else's story. Like I can't process in my mind, like I really did this, except when I see photos, it brings me back to say, oh, this was real. So that's my wedding story. I'm sure I've left a ton out, but I wanted to kind of tell you guys and share with you, because I don't want to keep you guys on forever, but also it is my actual anniversary, so I gotta go spend time with my husband. But I wanted to share this with you. I'm usually very personal, and I don't share as much like personally with you guys, but I want to make sure I do a little bit better with that, because I love you guys. You guys are my crown squad, and I want you guys to be a part of my lives, just like you guys are allowing me to be a part of yours. So I wanted you guys to see some photos of me from my wedding day. I have a ton more. I told y'all I'm sorry, the hubby does not want to be revealed. So you guys are just going to have to wait until maybe one day he randomly decides he wants to be revealed on stream. But until then, you're going to get pictures of me. So this week, I'm going to have more pictures for you guys to show you. And you guys will be able to see just pieces of my life from last year as I was getting married. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this. It was really fun talking about my wedding and just reliving it and enjoying the processes, some ups and downs. It was crazy, but it was worth it in the end. Like I have no regrets on doing my wedding in Hawaii. Like I have no regrets on us getting married there. Like I said, I just wish we would have had more time, but I wouldn't even say it's a regret. It's just more like a wish. Like I wish we would have had more time, but even that doesn't eat me up. It's just more like, dang, I wanted to keep partying. I want to keep it going. So yeah, y'all, that's it about me and my wedding. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to show you guys more pictures and things like that. But don't forget, we're actually going to be gone. I'm taking a trip with my husband for our wedding anniversary. Like I know it's officially today, but like, we got, things to do, got 9 to 5s. I still got to work the rest of the week. So we're going to actually take that time off to enjoy and just really celebrate our anniversary. So I'm going to be gone from like this Thursday to next Tuesday. So I don't know I don't know, y'all, when I'm gonna try to stream. I have to figure out how I'm gonna stream again for you guys. I might maybe try to stream on Thursday. So just stay close to my social, stay close to my stories, like stay close on Instagram and everything, especially on YouTube. If you guys are following me on YouTube, you know I have a community tab. I post in there often. Or in Discord, I can make sure I post in there. You know, not so many people in Discord right now while we're reconstructing, which is fine because we're reconstructing everything. But I just wanted to make sure that you guys have a way to see like when I'm gonna stream, because this part is hard. I've never had this before, y'all, where I stream and where I stream and I'm gonna be gone for a certain amount of time. Like this is like I've done it before where we were gone for a certain amount of time because I had like a trip and I told y'all and we just moved the stream to a different day. But like I'm gonna be gone for a little minute. Like this is not just a quick like, oh y'all, I'll see y'all, you know, in a few days. This is one of those where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna be gone, turn it up, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna be having a good time. So I think it'll be really good for me to kind of figure out when is best. And I kind of have to play it by ear because I have like appointments and I have like other things that I'm also trying to do to like get ready for the anniversary trip. So just bear with me, y'all. I'm trying to figure it out. So yeah, I'll just say that, like, just keep close to the socials and just make sure like you're paying attention to everything, because I would love to do Friday, but I honestly, as I'm thinking about it, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stream on Friday. Like it'll be tough. Like maybe I could do like a quick like IRL and say hi to y'all, but I don't know if y'all want to just see me for like 5-10 minutes and then a bye. Like y'all like to have a good stream or a video to watch later. So yeah, I'm gonna try to see maybe what I can do on that Thursday maybe and see like what can happen. I'm thinking out loud right now, like as I'm talking to you guys. So I don't know. We'll see. But I wanted to share this with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys loved it, learned something about weddings, or at least learned something more about me, because that's important. I want you guys to know who your queen is and know that I'm not keeping things from you. I'm actually just sharing bits and pieces of my life with you guys, and, you know, creating a real community for us, because just like you guys are sharing life with me, I want you guys to have pieces of my life shared with you too. And this was a really big one. This is one of the best days of my life. So what better way to show you guys I'm a committed queen than to share you one of these moments. Share with you that one of these moments like this. So yeah, y'all. So I'm thinking Thursday maybe for the next stream. But like I said, just stay close to me. It could change again. So I would say definitely just stay close to my socials, because I might just pop up. And if you guys can't make it that day, it's okay. It'll be up here later as a video. Just stay close and stay in touch, and we'll be fine. But that's it, y'all. I love you guys with all my heart. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all the happy anniversary wishes. I appreciate y'all. Your girl is so excited. Look at your girl. And I told y'all, I've been focusing on losing weight, y'all. That I was big here. Okay, you could see it. Your girl was big. I was eating like a true Hawaiian. So I've lost a ton of weight since then, which makes me even more proud. And I still look beautiful then, and I look beautiful now, and I'm very proud of myself. So look, we're going to keep it going. So continue to tell me what you ate today, because that's what helps me feel like I'm still eating like a Hawaiian, but I'm actually doing good. All right, y'all. Thank you for everything. Positive message for today will definitely be to reflect on those great moments, because they go by fast, and you may not have the same people that you had in those moments, you know, with you as life goes on, because life is very short and people get called home, right? We say get called home, get called to heaven, but, you know, for a lot of you may say that people pass away, and they do. So enjoy these moments while you have them, because they're quick and they go by fast. And definitely take pictures, take videos, because that will help you remember how great those moments are. So that would be my positive message, is just enjoy those moments while you have them. That's it, y'all. Thank you for everything. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe, comment, support. Feel free to donate. And that's it, y'all. I love y'all. Easy peasy, right? I love y'all so much. Make sure you already know, be blessed, be kind, be positive. And as always, crowds up. And I will see y'all in the next live stream or video. Love you so much. Thank you so much for being here and being supportive. And until next time, y'all, I'll see you on the next one. Love you guys. Bye.